Welcome to I'm Loving Life podcast with A&T Mechanical Heat and Air and Plumbing. We have our great friend here, Tim.
Big T.
But we have a special guest, Josh Gibson.
That's right.
He's from the hood.
Thanks.
Not
Thanks
really a hood. You're more like Chimney Hill hood.
That's right. Represent.
So actually, Josh has
Where's all my chimneys at?
really good background. He is in the Navy. So tell us a little about the journey that you taken. Why did you go in the Navy? Let's go with there.
Well, first, thanks for having me.
Oh, man.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. Yeah, that is correct. I've been in the Navy for almost 20 years now. It'll be 20 years technically in April. And next week is my last week in the Navy, so I'm punching out. Woo-hoo. Thank you. Round of applause.
Any clap.
Oh, the phone line's lighting up.
No. We'll take this call later.
So, yeah, I joined the Navy originally out of St. Louis, Missouri, looking to see the world. And I had worked, kind of dead-end jobs, no skills. And I was like, you know what, I'll join the Navy, go do some other stuff. And anyways, got stationed at Tinker Air Force Base, Oklahoma, my first tour.
But you knew you were going to go to Navy.
Oh,
100%? Or you're
no. So, I worked.
How did you make that decision?
Warehouse jobs. I was, blue-collar type in St. Louis. And I just kind of figured that wasn't going anywhere. So I needed and school really wasn't an option, because I didn't have the money and I wasn't disciplined enough. And my dad was like, why don't you join the military, you useless bum? And here we are. Yeah, verbatim. That's what he said. Yeah. And he's not wrong. But
was he in the military?
Yeah, he did a tour back in the 70s in the Marine Corps for 3-4 years. So, but yeah, and then here we are. Got to join the Sea of the World, got stationed at Tinker. Been here ever since. I love Oklahoma.
So you moved to Oklahoma. Were you in? You weren't. You didn't go directly to Chimney Hill.
No, we lived down in. Well, first I lived in an apartment down in Norman because I was trying to meet college chicks.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that you didn't meet Ashley then.
Who's Ashley? Oh, my wife. Yeah. No, I didn't meet her until it feels like forever ago. But. No, I was a young Thundercat.
How long have you all been married again?
We celebrated our 10 year this past year, so 10 awesome. And a half, 10 and some change.
Okay.
But anyways, I was a Thundercat, meeting chicks in Norman, or at least I thought I was, and then we got a rental property in Moore, Oklahoma. Settled in Moore forever. Sorry. Here we go. Yep, and that was it. After Moore, then I met Ashley, which we've already brought up. And
yeah.
I wanted to move to Choctaw.
She was the one.
Yeah, you could ask her that. Yeah, definitely. She's not listening to this.
She will. I'm forwarding it on to all our guys.
She's heard the story before. Man, I'm sweating. I'm already sweating.
Yeah, why are you sweating, sir?
I just got done working out, man. I've been watching Cops.
Turn the AC on.
I wish I would have said that. I thought.
Why am I sweating in an HVAC company? It's hot in an HVAC company. It's unbelievable. Yeah. 73. Oh my God. Man.
Oh man!
Is this podcast called Love and Sweat?
I think you're the first one that starts sweating. Actually,
well,
so I wanted to say, why are you sweating?
Yeah,
are you watching Cops?
Equal parts nerves and probably just like I said.
You want to get you a towel?
No, I want you to give me a freaking new thermostat. I don't know. I got nothing. I told you, man. I was at the YMCA pumping. I got that post-workout glow. Anyway. All right, let's get back on track. Come on, take control of this podcast.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. How much longer are you got?
Oh, good. You're still 15.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Good.
Sorry that it was too hot for you. I got the air on for you.
Where did I leave off? I already forgot.
So you met Ashley.
That's right.
The one and only.
The one and only.
I don't know how she puts up with you. I'm telling you,
I don't know.
Next level.
That's kind of how I knew that we were meant to be together, because she just tolerated my shenanigans. And like we were kind of alluding to before, our first year, maybe 6 months of relationship was pretty hairy, but she stuck around because she recognized the goods.
I got it.
And sometimes
it was coming.
You gotta stay patient. I told her about all my horseshoe exploits.
That's what won her. Okay.
No.
She didn't want to let that prize catch get away. Anyways, but yeah, I've been married 10 years. Got 2 boys, Thomas and Liam. They are 9.
Come on now.
7, I think. Yeah.
Man, you didn't even have to have a paper right off the top of the dome. I'm so proud of you right now.
That's right.
Now, can you answer what class they're in?
See, Thomas is in 4th grade and Liam is in 1st grade.
Do you know the teacher? Wow.
Yes, I do. Liam's
Wow.
teacher is, I think, Michaela Engel out of
And
Will
the
Rogers
last name,
Elementary.
too.
Oh, no
And the
shit.
Well, we
name
get a
of
lot of
school.
emails because,
Oh, that makes sense.
you know, he's
no.
a bit of a troublemaker.
No,
and
he's not.
good at math, sucks at reading like me. So
Yeah, you got husband
I
of the
could
year
ne-
over here.
I know. Like, I could
Golly.
never.
it's true, man. It's that Navy. You know, taught me how to do it. Do it
Know
right,
where it's
stay
supposed
organized.
to be. Got it.
And then Thomas's teacher, man, I'll take a hit there. I don't remember her
Okay.
name.
Take one hit out of the
Yeah,
many questions.
so-
All right. So you did that. You moved to Chimney Hill.
That's right. Moved to Edmond in 2018. I
Did
never
you know
thought
it was
I'd live
gonna
up
be
here.
that good of a neighborhood.
No, I did it. And to be
Isn't that
honest,
nuts? Like,
I wanted to live in Choctaw because I thought Choctaw was going to be like that. I mean, it may still be, and time may tell. You know, you could get.
but it was really close to Tinker, though.
Yeah, there's just nothing out there. And Ashley was like, "No, I want to live in Edmond." You know, and I was like, "Oh, there's a stigma in the Navy about people living in Edmond."
Oh, really?
Really, like because they think we're hoity-toity, like have dinner parties and mimosas on Sundays, which they're not wrong, but like, and I was just like, I'm not living in Edmond, hell no. But we did, and I'm glad we did because great neighborhood, great community, a lot of stuff to do. So
Well, Tim.
great HVAC companies.
Thanks. Tim would love to move there, but he's got land, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
all right.
kind of a hard sell.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For especially here in the States, now Chimney Hill is definitely a unique neighborhood.
I think so.
Like, it's definitely a good group there. So
There's a good range of homes, and we've got a lot of amenities. We got a great HOA.
Oh, great HOA.
Great HOA.
Well, Victor's on it, so that's
That
a
is
that's a
true.
positive,
Victor.
the bright
Shout out to
spot.
Victor.
right? So, like Love and Live podcast, what actually fills you up? I know that you're about to retire in the Navy, but like, what actually like fills those batteries up for you besides hanging out with me?
Well, yeah. Besides that, I mean,
does that drain you though? I feel
Oh,
like it's
not really,
draining
man.
Wow,
battery.
you,
Oh,
you
no.
get filled up. What are you talking about, homie?
That's true. No, I mean, I do enjoy socializing. I'm a bit of an extrovert, which our neighborhood really facilitates that well. As Tim can attest to, I'm excellent at fantasy football. That fills my batteries.
Yep.
Um,
It's true. I didn't make it this year, guys.
Didn't-
Sorry.
yeah,
did
he's
very
first time in the CHGC Gentlemen's Club League.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Holmes and Kelsey left me down.
Yeah, you did have an interesting draft. I do remember that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. They didn't.
they can't all be tens.
They didn't pull their weight. That's okay.
And other things,
Do you travel? You travel a lot, y'all.
it's kind of
You
slowed
and
down
Ashley
since
like
the
to
Navy.
go.
Well, I mean, the Navy kind of really facilitated a lot of that, getting to see parts of the country and the world. I mean, I say world. I've been overseas like maybe 6 times in 20
Right.
years, so not a lot.
Did you go to Asia or kind of where did you go to?
I've been to Germany, Spain, Qatar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. A couple times over there. Yeah, that's the main places we go. Those AORs for military anyway.
Yeah.
So they're not going to send us just to sightsee. It's kind of like we're doing a mission and then get a little bit of time.
Can we say like what you actually did?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's.
I don't know if you can-
My,
G14 classified, sir.
I
We
don't
do
know. I
exercise,
didn't know.
too.
I know that he had a big responsibility. So
yeah, the plane I flew on did joint exercises with over in the European AOR, and then that was like Spain and Germany. And then when I was in Qatar or LUD to Air Force Base from 2000 like 4 or 5 months, 2007 a couple times, and that was like something different than what our normal mission was. That was
Right.
we were kind of filling in for an Air Force plane, just doing like convoy relay, like the topography there interrupts line of sight radios for the convoys, so then the airplanes will fly overhead and basically relay communications to different things so they can drive and tell them, hey, right, be careful in this area, there's
Right,
a pile
right,
of
right.
rocks that looks like a bomb, that kind of stuff, and it keeps those guys squared away. But that's long since been passed. I think that
Yeah.
was 10 15 years ago.
So you're more on the airplane side of the
Yeah.
Navy. What do you guys call that? I know it's still Navy, but when I think Navy, I think of boats, right?
Yeah, so I mean, a Navy air crewman, the enlisted side of things, we're just called air crewmen. There's tons of them in the military, in the Navy, flying on all different airframes. I flew on the E-6B.
it's just so inspiring, like to be able to do that and actually protect the country. Granted,
Yeah.
I mean
It's pretty
that's
wild.
like next level because you are a chief, right?
That's right. Chief Petty Officer, made it in 2020, so a couple.
So
years
everybody
now.
in the hood has to call him chief,
That's
and then
They were
one of
calling
our
me-
friends.
I mean, they were calling me Chief before that.
right. Fair
Out
enough.
of
Didn't
respect,
the other
but-
Tim like hijack Chief?
He
Like,
tried
right?
to. He
Oh,
tried
okay.
to.
Yeah, that's Tim, but he can have it. It's
I
fine.
just let him have it in the
Here in a
group
week,
meet.
here in a
that
week,
said-
be called something else.
Yeah.
Just call me Cobra.
There you go.
Cobra Guy.
So I mean, you've done a lot, and I know that you like to have fun
Mhm.
with the group. You want to give any background about riding a bike, or can we go that far?
Oh, we're gonna bring that up. We're gonna bring
I
up
was
old
just trying to
stuff.
bring some good information. I know it fills you up
Okay.
because you like to play. You like
That's
to play hard.
So
This man
what he's
loves some
referring to, what he's referring to is yes, I was transiting my house to the neighborhood pool, one of the many amenities that we've previously discussed, and I was carrying a towel and a cooler. I think I had like a pair of nunchucks.
What?
And some,
No, he did
What?
not.
yeah, and some rollerblades. Anyways, I learned. I think I had learned this lesson in the past as a kid, but yeah, I was only holding the handlebars with one hand and gave the little brakes a pump that brakes, and that's a bad idea because it was the front brake. And then,
I
anyways,
just throw that out there. It was a
I
good
tumbled,
it was-
barreled. My crown and my Coke Z's went everywhere. So
But the good thing was it caught on video.
Oh, whose
Yes.
doorbell?
No, it's the pools.
Oh,
yeah, it
But
was.
we don't have to
you
bring
guys
that up.
pull that footage, I guess.
Yes,
Put it in the
it's-
group chat.
It's amazing.
We had a buddy that sat in a sweaty room
Just-
trying for like 4 hours, combing through hours of just blank footage looking for it, and then I guess he saved it somehow and sent it out. So yeah, now it's
Like I
the
do it
meme.
again. I do it all over again.
That's right.
He said a pair of
Haven't fallen
nunchucks
No.
though.
He's you do go. I think what happens, like you have a really good energy that with our group that kind of really unites us. That makes us like more of a team. I know you didn't get to go to do a whole lot of horseshoes this year because you've been out. I know we play this Thursday. Hopefully you will
I'll
win
be
a
there.
belt.
I'll be there.
Hopefully you win the belt this time. But you know, it is what it is. You got too many heavy hitters in there.
Are you planning on being on the same team, or why are you rooting?
We
for
don't work
someone
well
else?
together.
Oh, really? You guys
No.
figured that out? Okay.
Yeah, because I've had him twice, and
I haven't
he had
had-
other obligations he had to tend to at one time.
Oh yeah.
And then
Shout out to
'cause
Ashley.
we were winning. I'm just saying we were winning.
Hey, I had to go home. I had to
He
take care of
had to
business.
go. So he had to do some stuff at home, take care of the house. And then he came back and he was just done.
Oh,
was a
you're
different
just
thrower.
out of it.
He was a
Okay.
different
I was out of
thrower.
steam. I was out of steam.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
when we would throw, we had probably, there was like at least 14 people there.
well, it's not the time of year, you know.
Yeah, I know,
Winter-
this
no one
year
else
is
in the
slow.
winter, like fires and all that, and the drama with the HOA and the fire pits kind of makes
Right.
it less fun. But still, you know, there's been some good tournaments. We've had 14, 15 people. I guess I'm not as good as I wish I was at
I know.
horseshoes. I need
I'm
to
not
be carrying.
either. The winter is just harder for the guys to get out, I think, because it's too cold and stuff like that.
I learned that I threw better horseshoes uphill, though. I don't know if you remember this.
That's
but
right. Me and you
Uphill.
were on a team. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to
I
win.
forgot that you.
Yeah,
think
we
we
did
had two
pretty.
wins,
We did pretty
actually.
good, actually.
Yeah, y'all beat up me.
It was the
Thank
first
you.
game.
Yeah. Oh,
was
we
terrible.
definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Kind
we
of adjusted for it after that. So
halftime adjustments, like the 49ers against the Lions,
That was bad.
was terrible.
He is a Rams fan,
It's true.
so he does enjoy some football, but
Yeah,
your
that
team
playoff
didn't
game,
do very well.
It's probably the second worst place. I mean, who Dallas lose to? That was probably the worst game. I don't even remember.
That was bad. Who was that? Was it Rams?
I think it was the Packers, wasn't it?
No, it was Packers. Oh,
Packers.
that
We
was
got a Packers
bad.
fan? Dallas?
No, he's a
Oh.
Dallas fan.
Yeah, you can't throw a rock that in Dallas fan.
Hi, fair enough. We're in Oklahoma.
It's true. I was
mean-
talking to Ashley about this. I think it's, Dallas has such high expectations every year. It doesn't matter what they've done in the offseason. It's like Super Bowl or bust. They've had a pretty good team the last 5-6 seasons. It's
Well,
just,
the reason I'm a fan is because I can drive to it.
that's the reason.
Well, and my
You
dad.
can drive
wait,
any
wait,
team.
wait.
Wait,
My
why
dad
do you
was
say
a
that
fan.
out loud?
My dad was a fan. Like he's a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. So I was on that bandwagon when they were really, really good. So Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, all them guys. So I was watching them. But then I'm not a basketball fan until I was a Thunder fan because I'm not driving to. I don't know where the closest place was, but at that time. But
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why I'm
So you're
I-
a fan by
association.
location.
Yeah. I'm Oklahoma. Like,
how it goes.
Boomer Sooner.
Yeah.
OSU's okay because I'll go against because of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
Yeah, that was like, I remember getting stationed here back in 2004. I can't remember who like asked me that question, but I kind of realized early on I had to pick one or the
That's
other.
true.
And
Can't stay neutral.
my high school colors were orange and black. So I'm like, OSU, naturally. Bought a hat and everything. But
No
then
way.
I rented an apartment in Norman. So it was just like, I was all over the
that's
place.
awkward.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
like-
I never understood why I couldn't pick any chicks up.
You're like, there you go.
It's
It's
Just
the
didn't
wrong
work,
place,
man.
sir. Wow.
I didn't realize how passionate they were. It took me
Read
a
the
while to learn.
room. Read the room.
Yeah.
read the state.
Yeah. Anyways, but
So other than that, you fill you up. What's some vacations that you went with your family that was really? Do you rather vacation with kids or vacation by yourself?
no, yeah. If I could have my way, I'd never take my kids out of the state. I just
It's a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I just keep them alive, help teach them to read. Like that's the end of my commitment.
what vacation did you bring them?
I mean, I don't know. Like we
Did
rented.
you Great Wolf?
We did Great Wolf Lodge one time. I think Liam was like maybe a year and a half old. Like he's young. It was during
Yeah.
Christmas. I thought that concept was neat. It's like, wow, we can just go get a beer, and my kids are kind of trapped in this area. I don't have to like keep an eye on them, which is it's great
That's
parenting.
the goal.
Yeah, like,
no,
that's,
it's I like the
thanks.
potential
Shout out to
there.
any business that
That's
does
fair.
that. You know. But like they were still too young to a lot of the stuff at Great Wolf Lodge is kind of for older kids. And
Yeah.
I didn't feel that comfortable sending my year and a half old just roaming the hallways.
That's a good call. Good
with a
call,
Harry
sir.
Potter wand. So we've done that, and what else? I keep going to California for vacation for some reason, which I don't like going to California. I've been to San Francisco a bunch of times. We took the boys to an Airbnb like on the beach
Oh yeah.
in San Diego, like north of San Diego.
So you're that kind.
Yeah.
You rent an Airbnb, not like.
Yeah, I was visiting a Navy buddy that's been out, and it was like March, so the water was cold.
No,
Yeah,
that's not bad.
everything in California is expensive.
So Ashley, she's originally from
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah.
She's actually she was a D1 soccer player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know you can't tell, right? She might be listening.
Wow. She's better than you? Like,
Oh, well, yeah. She went D1. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and she loves to remind us that she's a D1 athlete, but she's pretty good. No,
Wow.
she's
She went to
talented.
Rice, right?
She went to Rice. She actually was her and her friends. I think they stood up that program. So like, she was one of the. I mean, I guess Rice didn't have a girls soccer team.
Oh, really?
Before now, she was in college.
Wow.
Whatever year that
Like,
was.
you had to-
2000.
Rice is
Yeah.
like,
No kidding. I mean,
Really
I've heard of
good.
it. Yeah, for sure.
so I don't know how Josh found her. How'd you find her up here?
How did I find her up here? Well, it's a funny story actually. Her sister, I served with in the Navy. She just retired, and Ashley and Brooke are complete opposites. I mean, they have nothing in common other than last name, which they'll admit to, I hope. But Brooke, like, I was on a plane. It was my second tour, my first short tour, anyways. Brooke, Lieutenant De Roche, was like, I should introduce my sister. Just caught me off guard. And I was like, yeah. You know, I felt like yeah was the only correct response.
Yeah.
And just because, you know, I was like, it just caught me off guard. And I had forgotten all about it. And then I was driving home from St. Louis after some leave. I think it was holiday. And I got some message in my inbox on Facebook from some scallywag. I didn't know who it was. And it was Ashley. And yeah, anyways, we bantered back and forth for about 7-hour drive from St. Louis to Oklahoma
that's
City.
cool.
And then I think we had our first date a couple weeks later. Rest is history.
Wow.
Man, so you got pre-approved by the sister and everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, Brooke recognized. Well, Brooke says because I was in a lot better shape back then, and I was, and obviously my personality and my charm and wit. You know,
She
Yeah,
just
that's
recognized
definitely,
excellence,
like,
right?
just-
That's
and I
all
think-
it
Check
is.
the boxes.
Yeah, Brooke had admitted later on that she never thought I would like marry her sister. It was just kind of.
Just give
Ashley
her.
didn't have any friends because she's a bit socially awkward. You know, she's an
Okay.
athlete, but she's a bit of an introvert. You know, can't really.
Really?
No, just
I
kidding.
was like, that is not her at all.
I guess she had went
You
on
know
like
your
a ton of bad dates, and like, all right, I'll just serve up this meat hook here.
So we know you have like an elaborate party, whatever, farewell
That's right.
events. What's the next kind of plan for you as you kind of exit the Navy?
I've tried to hire him, but it's not
Yeah,
gonna
probably
work.
too expensive.
It wouldn't work.
No, he just doesn't like me that much, I guess. I said he can be HR for us.
Oh,
I would.
That
I
would
don't
be
know. I don't think
interesting.
I would do well because
a lot of jokes.
I know. Like, I don't
It's
think
like, can you get HR for yourself? Like,
yeah, right. Exactly. We have to bleep out half this podcast. I don't know if I'd be good at HR.
Now, if you listen to the podcast and you see why it didn't make sense, now you'll know.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
There you go.
There it is. Like, what? I feel like there's a couple minutes missing in there.
Yeah.
You know, I've interviewed with or applied for a couple of defense contractor type jobs. It seems to be the common trend amongst like my peers when we
Right.
separate, because that's pretty much our skill set. But you know, part of me wants to do something completely different. I don't know. Be like a teacher. We'll see.
Wow.
But you know, I've got a few months. My paychecks don't stop till April 30th, so I got a little bit of time.
So you're gonna just take a couple months and
I'll use that time to look for work. And then,
you're not just gonna just take a month off and say this is my little.
I don't know. I mean, I've kind of already like the
Fill me
last,
up.
you know, the last month or so in the Navy. Some people last few months. You know, they start taking away your responsibility anyway. So I've kind of just, you know,
Really?
I go in and look for things to do, and there's not much, and so I just kind of look at the time. Time to go.
Well,
Wow.
So it's pretty nice, you know. But you've earned it. 20
Yeah.
years. So at least that's what I tell myself when I cut out at 12.
hey, you have a 1 o'clock, so we don't want to
That's
hold
true.
you up to that.
Yeah, we have a bail.
So you have a lake cabin too that you go to,
It's like a communal thing.
Yeah.
I don't own it. Ashley's family does.
but
yes,
it's a gorgeous place to be at for sure. What lake is that?
Lake Murray.
It's probably the clearest lake
Oh, really?
in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I know. I like to keep it a secret if we can. I don't know. Can we edit this out?
Yes, no,
It's getting
we're gonna
crowded.
give it.
It's getting crowded down there as it is. But yes, it's a rock bottom lake, one of the few in Oklahoma that I know of.
It is
And
gorgeous.
It's beautiful water.
So I got to go on a trip with them,
Mhm.
and like they have little A cabinets, and that was
That's
really
right.
fun.
We had a little men's trip down there, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, we also
And brought
that
fam-
was right. No, we brought our family down too
Yeah,
for a
couple
little
times.
bit.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's
good.
a nice little place, nice little getaway. I mean, man,
Where's Lake Murray at?
Ardmore.
Ardmore.
2 hours south.
Okay.
What's really cool about it is like, I mean, they have a fantastic boat, but they're A-shaped cabins, and like it's like a little play area for like the kids to play. It's really
Well,
like,
it's been
really
neat to see that
awesome.
place kind of grow up. You know, me and Ashley met 10 years ago. Well, 12 years ago. First, anyways, it was just the A-frame. We call it the big A, little A.
Yeah.
The A-frame was built like in the 70s by her grandfather. And they have a ton of memories of when that was the only building, and they were all just like sleeping on the floor, stepping over each other. And then her dad, I don't know what year he had that little A, the prefab deal put in, the other little cabin. And then just a few years ago, they built the new garage with the boathouse over the whatever. And it's just as Ashley's family gets bigger, you know, you kind of need that space, and it's really turning into a neat spot to entertain. So
it's really unique. And then they just built a house up there on a ridge, right?
yeah, they're building in Davis, Oklahoma. So
Davis, Oklahoma.
not quite. That's about an hour south, and yeah, they got like 80 acres with a mountain. What
'Cause I've seen, like,
classifies as a
pictures of
mountain
it,
in Oklahoma, and they're building their retirement home on top of it. So they're
Because I could see,
blessed.
I mean, take that like a month off and go hang out there. And
Oh yeah, Craig, if you're listening, once that pool's ready, yeah, get that beer on ice. I'm
Let's
just gonna
do
be
it.
hanging there
Let's do
working on
it.
my tan. So
What's the lake that's right by Medicine Park? You know? No?
Madison
don't
Park.
know.
Medicine Park
Medicine
by Lawton.
Oh,
Oh,
Lawton.
that's
You know what lake I'm talking about?
I went to Lawton one time, and I just
to know.
Never again.
yeah. So,
Mount Scott's out there, so it's something like that. I don't know.
Trying to remember that lake because Medicine Park is actually pretty cool. They've got this old restaurant there, not Mears. Mears
Okay.
is the one everyone thinks about, but this is actually downtown Medicine Park, right by where there's like a little harbor that comes in, and they actually have like these round, I don't know, like little cabins right there. But then there's this old school restaurant that there. That's probably the best catfish I've had.
nice.
But it's a good little just nook, you know, and you can walk up and down the streets, and there's
That's
just vendors outside. I don't know, it's pretty cool. I don't think a lot of
I've
people
never
know
been
about
there.
it.
No.
But Medicine Park downtown is actually pretty neat.
That is one thing from St. Louis. There's no lakes up there. You know, it's kind of the water sports is like the river culture. You know, I
Right.
grew up doing float trips on those, $5 inner tubes, truck tires. And I got to Oklahoma, and it was like no rivers anywhere. It felt like it was all lakes.
Yeah.
And, me and Ashley have kind of done our best to get our kids into that lake culture, make them lake rats, bought
Yeah.
a boat and did all that stuff. So it's kind of grown on me. I always liked running water, but
No, this is way better.
my first couple years of lake experiences was Lake Thunderbird, which, yeah, it just felt like a muddy puddle.
AKA the dirty bird.
And you go into Party Cove and people
Yeah.
just sitting there peeing in knee-high water for 4 hours, drinking Coors Light. That was fun, but
Back in the
not
day.
exactly clean.
Not now. Now he's got clear water. He's,
Yes.
he's bougie now.
That's
So,
one thing I wish we had more of. It's more like restaurants on Lake Murray, but we enjoy it.
Well, I think that's it. Other than that, do you have anything else you want to add in there?
Just thanks for having me. This is my first podcast experience. Hopefully, I didn't embarrass myself too bad.
You did good.
Did great. Yeah.
At the end of the day, loving life. Appreciate you coming. Josh, you're always, inspiring. So thank you for
Appreciate it.
coming.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. All right.
See ya.